get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it. Not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll go right back to him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Out of the gun with Kamari Malton. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Now on second down. Right back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They'll stop playing momentarily for the injured Buff. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got his man. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He'll take it himself. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the run, it's Welch.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. They knock him down right there.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Play fake, Lewis. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got an open man. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Buffaloes are marching down the field. They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Young. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gets the back moving. The give to the tailback. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Got room to work. There's some room. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And how about stubbornness being rewarded for this offense? Like, they gave it to him, and sometimes that will deter people when you hand it to him and he doesn't get a good gain. But, nah, stick right to it. Give him the ball again. Nice job getting the play. Nice job by this offense staying stubborn with the running game.
And the Buffaloes getting set on 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Reads it, fires complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now on the move. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
This defense has been able to force a couple of 3rd downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this time? Leaves it with the back. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Iowa spends its 2nd timeout here. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Kamari Malton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, a nice 2nd effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. And the referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Somehow fits it into that traffic. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. Third down coming. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. The run inside. It's Moulton. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The kick is on its way. All the way back to the 15. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Buffaloes! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
Number 35, set to kick this one away.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
In punt formation to kick it away.
I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Gonna run it. It's Young. Stopped in the backfield. He's gonna lose 3 yards on the play. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Running to Green. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 4 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Fighting Irish on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to... things around. They had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Finds his tight end. to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Moulton. There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots, shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. That one comes out hot down the right side. Touchdown, Iowa! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And now for this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
And the extra point is good. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Perry. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Comes out to go on the attack. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Flying down the left side. At the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. Quick release by the QB. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Fighting off the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I think 7 from their field goal.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
The Buffaloes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Sends it back in motion. Lewis. Pocket breaking down. Got it set up on the outside. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
The defense was on to something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Finds his big tight end. Big guy tries to barrel in. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Motion from the back. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And here comes the Iowa offense ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Plucks it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling on defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that 3rd down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. They'll field this one in tight quarters. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Play action with Lewis. The throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Gets the back moving. Oh, he's got a chance. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! A pick six!
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick six certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lewis on the play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Buffaloes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. On the run, it's Welch. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're going to ride this running back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Young. Got a little grass. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
And the Buffaloes are rolling down the field. Play fake, Lewis. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Now the play fake. A little floater there that falls incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Out of the backfield, he's open. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Trying to run, it's Young. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Welsh. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Want to continue this long drive. 9th play coming. It's 3rd and 5. Looking for a crease. It's Young. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple yards short. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Touchdown, Buffs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. Bangs it through for an extra point. They'll stop the clock to have a look at the injured Hawkeye.
Set to advance on the football.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Hawkeyes offense heads out to start this drive. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage And they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They'll give it to Malton. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. And the Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern.
Hey, check it. Up, what? Go.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Going to take a shot. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Booster. Go.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop.
Ready, go.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Hawkeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Starting to feel a little pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Go.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. A timely pickup to get the 1st down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10.
Check. 28-29 bounce. 28-29
Play action with Lewis. On the run, fires downfield. Working that left side. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Buffaloes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. The Hawkeyes call a timeout. It's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Buffaloes moving quickly to the line. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now, forcing a third down.
3rd and 4. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Trying to do it on the ground. They brought him down, but not soon enough, and they're going to be able to run out the clock from here.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.